Hey guys, TakuyaSugi here with a new character on Korean Lost Saga. This is called Flash. I believe that's accurate. It looks a lot like the Flash. It's a rare mercenary, a rare hero, so it costs more. It's temporary. You can see it looks a lot like the Flash with the little tail logo with the lightning bolt and the color scheme and the Speed Force on the fist there. Probably the most interesting thing is the little extension cord coming out of his butt, but I digress. 3-hit basic. Last hit does a little mini stun, and you can jump cancel this third hit. So if you want to do some with the jump cancel, extend some combos or so, there you go. You can also, air dash off this to keep them standing for whatever reason. Maybe you're double teaming them with a friend or so. But if you want to really get a nice launcher out of this, you're going to have to use your passive, which will serve to launch them up into the air, and you can do, a 3-hitter and then do your jump cancel into the air dash like so. So talking a little bit more about the passive, it's a 2-bar passive. So you can see, I'll let it charge here. 1, 2, now it's back. So it's a pretty fair recharge and very useful passive. If you hold D, you can start triggering it. The hold D version will have a reticle, which will actually hit airborne opponents as well. And you'll charge towards someone, and if you press your D key an extra 3 times, it'll launch someone into the air after 3 extra hits. So pretty handy, pretty cool. It teleports around someone randomly. I do believe it's blockable, but I haven't been able to test that, so I'll leave that up to you finding out on your own on that one. Sorry guys. If your max range is probably around right here, even though your targeting reticle doesn't hit, you'll still be able to connect with it, as you can see there. And you can hit airborne, like I was saying, if you want to, go up into the air. Sometimes it'll miss if you're laggy or so. But yeah, and you can use this version. You can use a dasher version, but we'll show you that in a second. So moving on, dash attacks. So you got a 3-hit dasher here. So 1, 2, 3. Connected consecutively, you'll get a nice little launcher out of that and be able to do some stuff off that. You can see the first hit is a little flinch. The second hit is a little pop-up kind of flinch. And you can see the third hit, if you do this slow, it's just going to knock them flat on their face or back. So you need to connect consecutively and not let someone block, otherwise you don't have much to show for it. And you can also use your hold D passive on your dasher. You just don't get a reticle off of this version, which can be handy. I mean, if you want to get that thing out quickly, there you go. And you can really you can mix that actually into your light attacks for your dasher as well. So mix it up a little bit if you like. So moving on, jump attacks. You can double jump on this character. Pretty speedy, pretty handy. Your first jump attack, as you can see there, that's a little flip style kick, which half feints. Unfortunately, the delay is so significant. Let me show you. I'll mash my jump button. So the delay is very significant, so you can't do that back to back and get some easy feints off that. And your second hit, your jump attack is actually 2-hitter. The second hit will simply knock back, as you can see there, no matter what happens with the first attack. So yeah, it's neat. You can mix in an air dash as well. Your air dash is very simple, very quick. You can aim it in the air just like the other jump attacks. The problem with this though is it's not really a significant shock style stun. It's even less than Magic Lancers, which is already pretty short. I'll just go ahead and show you with the robot what I mean by this. So you can see he charges forward pretty much even after I connect it. So he hits me like right after I connect it. So it's okay for a little extra damage, and if you want to save yourself a little bit of extra pain, there you go. Otherwise, there's not much to it. You can reset stuns and stuff to really mess with people or mess with your teammates in some cases. So yeah, that's it with the basic attacks there. Let's go ahead and check out the defensive capabilities. Go ahead and find a reasonably proportioned robot here. So first things first, you have a deflect on this character. He's a 3-hit basic string character, and most 3-hit basic string characters do have a deflect, as you can see. So yeah, deflects are always nice to have on a character, very useful for stealing the offense away from someone. And you also have a half flinch counter or a half ink counter with your armor, and your armor will actually serve as a ground recovery as well. So yeah, so those are your tools for getting out of a pinch: your deflect and your armor, which is a half ink counter and a ground recovery. It's not an air recovery though, so that distinction is kind of important. So let's go ahead and check out the other skills here. Your weapon skill. When you activate your weapon skill, you start running around very fast. Someone like some certain DC Comics character we know. And if you connect with someone, you'll start this little cyclone, but you have to mash your D key to get something out of this. So if you mash your D key, there you go. You get some easy fall damage, and that sets you up for a nice juggle and such. And the bonus behind this move actually is that it does hit in AoE. So if you connect on with one person and they're caught in the cyclone, you got a bunch of fall damage on various people around that area. So really a nice weapon skill there. Moving on, just to show you, it doesn't hit grounded or nothing. So that would be too OP, huh? Moving on, the armor, as you saw a second ago, it's pretty much just a short style stun, a shock stun, but you can use it in the air if you don't use it for defensive purposes, so it's pretty good. It warps to someone really quickly, and you can get some easy offense out of that. So moving on, go ahead and show you the helmet here. Helmet, you transform into a little ball, but you have to mash your D key with this, otherwise it'll just stop immediately. If you mash your D key, you can aim projectiles in a direction. Otherwise, it'll actually auto-aim on its own. And you'll be able to get some easy, chippy damage off of that. You can see it does pretty decent damage. And it does hit people in crowds as well. So it's handy for, assisting a team. And you can trigger it in the air as well. It'll home out of the air as well. So yeah, not too cool. I don't really like the skill that much, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and check out the Trinket here. Trinket, you transform into like a little Speed Force style of balls, split yourself apart. And for each ball that crosses someone, it's going to stun them or shock them. And your reticle comes up and you can land where that reticle is and bring the balls back in and reform yourself and shock someone. This does hit nice in the AoE. You can aim it at someone to get a further style shock. So pretty cool. You can trigger in the air as well. You see if you home it in, it's still going to shock someone. And it will hit grounded as well, but it will not stand them up. I'll show you here. So if you hit grounded, it's just going to do like the Stormtroopers shock armor and kind of bounce them on the ground just temporarily. So yeah, that's the Flash, guys. Pretty cool character. Nothing really too groundbreaking. Pretty simple, but at least they're doing a little something different. It seemed, they recycled some animations, the air dash and a couple of other moves, but it's a nice step forward. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. It's not OP, but it's powerful enough, especially with this passive. So a lot of potential in this character, but not OP. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next video.